G'day, guys. This is Pete Montgomery from the Peter Montgomery Show. Just yesterday, I had this. I don't know, is it a stroke of genius or just a bland idea? I don't know, whatever. But what I did, I thought I want to capture just like a snippet of everyone's day, because we're all out there on Facebook. We're all got our businesses. We're all doing this thing, and you kind of know everyone, but no one really knows what each other's doing. So I thought I'm going to get a little snippet of everyone's life, just a day in the life of all us people out there doing this, whatever it is we're doing. So right now we've got Joe Muirhead. How are you, Joe?
Hi, Peter. I'm really well, thanks.
So you're out there at Glenbrook. I'm at Currajong right now. Now, what is it that you do, and how do you help people?
Okay. I'm Joe from Purple Co. Purple Co is a consulting practice. We help people get back to work following major illness, injury and trauma. So we work with large organisations, we work with insurance companies, and basically if you're on an income protection policy and you're interested in help to get back to work, that's what we do. So I have a consulting team of 5. We work all over the state, and basically we help people get reconnected to purpose in work following injury or illness. The other thing I do is I run a mentoring program called Business of One, which empowers allied health professionals to build successful, sustainable and profitable consulting practices. And I love it.
Yeah. How do you help those people that want to build that consulting practice?
Well, I built a really successful consulting practice in a very short space of time, and it surprised me. I went, oh, look at that. So we sit down and we look at what value you offer, what your expertise is, and then how to go to market with that information, and basically build a consulting practice that will help you accumulate wealth or build a lifestyle dream for you.
Awesome. Now, just before I interrupted you, because I actually responded and said, hey, you want to do that thing now? And you're actually doing something, and there was a question that I want to ask everyone. What were you doing just before I called you? Like, what were you working on?
Well, I was on a call to the Attorney General's Department. I have a client that I started working with there yesterday. So this is a gentleman in a major health crisis, and he really is in crisis. So I've spent that phone call today was basically getting him into appropriate healthcare. But what it actually launched for me was the opportunity to introduce a new consultant who I recruited yesterday, because I've got more work than I know what to do with. Mm-hmm. And so my business was able to grow out of this opportunity to help this young man who's got this, nasty stuff going on in his life. He's now in care. He's now getting the care that he needs. He still has a job. We've been able to preserve his employment, but I've also been able to grow my team, which means I don't have to do so much of that crisis management work after today. Yahoo!
Awesome. Now, if people want to get in touch with you, you've got 2 different places where you can send them, one for each business. Tell us about the first business. Where can we send them for that one? What was that business again?
Okay, so it's called Purple Co, which is the Purpose for People company.
Yep.
So on Facebook, there is a Purple Co page, but there is also a website, which is the W's at purposeforpeople.com.au. Okay,
so say that again.
The W's at purposeforpeople.com.au.
Okay, and is there a link on there to go to Facebook from there at all?
Yep,
Yep,
absolutely.
Cool. So
you can even come find me on Twitter if you want. That would be fun.
You just got to be quick though.
Yeah.
And
so, for Business of One, I have it has its own Facebook page called Business of One. Yep. We've had massive traffic come through in the last 2 weeks. I was in Hawaii working last week, and yes, I got to go to Hawaii to work.
Nice.
And Business of One took off. So you can find us at Business of One. Just do a search, and it'll come up with my lovely, lovely face, and you'll know it's me. That's how you can find me. I don't have a website for Business of One yet because I'm so busy doing the stuff that... I'll get someone to do that soon.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Joe, it's been a pleasure having you on. And thanks so much for taking out the time from your busy day to just have a chat and just give us a snapshot of what it is that you're up to.
Great, thanks. Have fun.
Right. See ya.
Bye.
Well, g'day, Rebel. Thanks for the call today. It was off the cuff, and I just messaged everyone and said, who wants to participate? And you said yes. Now, could you just quickly tell us, your name's Rebel Black. I love your name, by the way. Could you tell us who do you work with? And then we'll go into kind of how you help those people.
Thanks, Peter, for having me. I'm very excited. And I work with lots of different people. I work with people who are looking to reconnect with traditional wisdom. And I'm also working with people who mightn't even know yet that they're wanting to connect with traditional wisdom. So I run a whole range of points. So we've got a website where people can look for information, resources, and connect with other people around health and wellness. And traditional wisdom. So I guess my message is let's get back to basics. And so we like to connect people to that information. So we've got the website. I run cooking schools and food schools. So I connect with people through food and reconnecting them to the traditional wisdom of preparing and nourishing your body with food. And I also run a whole bunch of other different events, and I do speaking with people, and I'm a food coach as well. So I connect with people who are really wanting to take action in their health and make a difference to their life by, re-looking at the way they engage with food and the way that food impacts on their body and their environment and on the way that their health is headed. So I work with people who just want to make a change, whether it be for health or traditional wisdom, and who are really keen and excited about some of the issues around food security and nutrition and diet and health. It's very exciting, and I've got a lot of things going on. I just love it.
Okay, now specifically, how are you helping these people? What are you doing? Like when you get your hands dirty and you're engaged with your clients, what are you doing?
So if I'm food coaching someone, I am looking at their diet with a microscope. So we're looking at exactly what they're eating on a daily basis. We're looking at what their health issues and challenges are. And we're starting to map a bit of a plan for them around food and what they can do, the way they can change their diet. So we get dirty around their diet. We have to get very real with people, I need them to be very honest with me about what they're putting into their mouths, because it's what they're getting out of their body that they're putting in. So in the food coaching sense, that's what we do. I work with people when I'm teaching cooking classes. We're again reconnecting with food. So I'm literally teaching people the basic cooking skills. For some people it's more basic, we're teaching basic knife skills. We're looking at how we do simple things like how to make a vinaigrette from scratch, a salad dressing from scratch. We're looking at how you make your own tomato pasta sauce. And then we get more complicated. So we teach bread and cheese making and pasta making, traditional Thai food, how to deal with a chicken rather than buying chicken pieces. What do you do with a whole chicken? So we get down and dirty in terms of food and reteaching those really basic skills that very surprisingly or not so surprisingly, depending on which way you look at it, as a culture and a community, we're losing those skills. Even though we're watching television programs around cooking and food, more and more people are eating out and less people are, cooking in the kitchen. So that's what we're teaching.
Just quickly, what effect is that having on people, that eating that food, the bad food?
It's killing them.
Yeah.
It's killing them, and they don't realise it. I was in Queensland last week on a speaking tour, and was meeting with women mainly who were producers. They were farmers and producers themselves. Nearly every single woman that I spoke to had some kind of skin condition or had children or grandchildren with some kind of skin condition. I'm talking like eczema from head to toe, red raw, burning back and knees, in elbows, under, on tonsils, everything. And all of that can be cured, most of the time, unless there's some dust mite or kind of, external influence to eczema. Most eczema can be cured or severely supported, not like severely reduced with food. And people are living with these conditions and don't realise that it's just one or two things they're putting in their mouth. It's actually giving them this horrific condition. So, and then if you look at the kind of carcinogenic food that's being put into our packaged ingredients, some of the chemicals that are being used and hidden in food, it's no good. It's no good. So the most powerful tool that I use in any of my cooking or food coaching or any of the speaking that I do is to teach people how to read an ingredients list on a packet. Because if you know how to read an ingredients list, you know what you're putting into your body and you can make an informed decision. You can make a choice about whether you want to put that into your body or not. If there are numbers in it, you
ain't
could
food.
probably avoid it.
Excellent. So, hey, listen, you're out in your car at the moment on your phone.
Yep.
And funnily enough, you didn't even have Skype. You had to kind of get Skype onto your phone to do this call. Where are you?
Yeah.
What are you doing today? I interrupted you from doing something. What were you doing?
Well, today mainly driving actually, but you can probably see in the back of my car it's absolutely chock full. I'll have a look.
Yeah.
It's full of food and cooking equipment and cooking gear because I spent the last 2 weeks on the road running cooking classes and doing speaking, and I'm just on my way home today before I get in the car again tomorrow at lunchtime and go to do my next cooking demonstration. So I'm under a Kurrajong tree in a car park in Moree.
Well, I live in Kurrajong.
New South Wales. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I made sure I knew what sort of tree it was.
Yeah. Just so we could get that segue in there. No, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Rebel. It's been a pleasure having you on, and just to catch a snippet of what you're doing today. I just had another lady. She lives sort of in the mountains near where I live in Glenbrook. Joe Muirhead. So I've just finished that call. Got onto you now. So it's like literally when we're going from call to call to call today, it's like what people are doing at this moment of the day. So it's really awesome. Thanks for joining in.
Thanks, Pete.
All right. You have an awesome day. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Peter. Bye.
Just finished speaking to Rebel Black and just finished speaking to Joe Muirhead just before that. And now I've got Stephanie Kakris on the call, and we're going to find out a bit about your day. So, Stephanie, could you quickly tell us who are you working with? Who are your clients?
I work with coaches and consultants and entrepreneurs who want to build a business doing what they love and making a difference to the world. That's basically my 10-second elevator pitch. I have a strong mindset background. I have a master's in sports psychology, and I love performance psychology, and I love helping people reach their full potential and get the best out of themselves. And I've spent the last 4 years learning how to market my own business and realised that there are a lot of coaches and consultants out there that don't have enough marketing knowledge, and they're great at what they do, but no one knows about them and they don't really know where to start in terms of marketing themselves. And so I now help people do that as well. So kind of, the personal side and the business side is what I do. So I think that's quite a unique thing about me, because I don't know that many people that do both. I know lots of people that do one or the other. Yep.
Okay. So how are you specific? I just want to highlight too, you probably hear screaming in the background and stuff because it's also a day in my life. I've got 4 kids that are working from home, and so you're going to hear the reality of what goes on, in my life as well. But so how are you specifically helping those people? Like when you get your hands dirty, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, and you're working with someone, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, we start off, the first thing that I love to do with people is to do a business values elicitation, which is where we look at what is the most important thing to them when building their business, so that they can design their business around what is most important to them, rather than, beginning with the end in mind, I suppose, is the best way to describe that. And when people are really clear about what they want in their business and what type of clients that they want to attract, then they just find their whole business design model just flows from there, in terms of marketing, in terms of designing the business around their lifestyle rather than trying to design their life around their business. And then, I help people with their personal blockages and, fear of success and fear of failure, just depending on what comes up as we go along. And then, help people to design their own website and what to put on a website to make it, to help capture leads and build relationships and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So it's funny you say blah, 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 but to the people that don't know the stuff,
yes, it's true.
It's a real struggle, because when you've been doing this stuff for a long time, you just sort of take for granted the fact that you spent tens of thousands of hours learning this stuff.
Yes, that's
doing
true.
Courses, doing the webinars and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I just sort of want to highlight that's actually a really important part of the deal that you're helping people with there. So when you say blah, 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 like what kind of hours have you put into learning this stuff?
Oh,
yeah. And where have you kind of learned some of this?
I couldn't even begin to count. Well, I'm a bit of a seminar junkie, but I also love audio. Anytime that I'm out in the car or out walking or, having a rest lying down in bed at night, I will put headphones in and I listen to webinars, podcasts, pretty much, even video marketing, I'll listen to them. I don't particularly need to watch them. I'm a very auditory kind of learner. And I just find it awesome multitasking. When I'm home and I'm preparing dinner and the kids aren't around, I'll put my headphones in or just turn my phone on and just listen. So, and I also love going to live seminars. I just went to, for instance, enjoyed Ben Angel a few weeks ago, and went to Kate Engler's Publicity Princess. I'll give all these people a plug.
Yeah, give them a plug.
I've signed up to do speaker training, Sean, in a couple of weeks in Melbourne. So, and I've also spent the last 4 years being mentored by Paul Blackburn. I actually work for him, coaching his coaches, and helping to run his life coach training course. And he's got a very strong business head and business background, and he's helped me a lot with leverage in business and, looking beyond the time for money equation, where, you talking to groups and doing, my next step is to develop an online course where I can get more people in, where it costs them less, and I can get my message out to more people. So that's the next thing that I'm looking at. But I only work 3 days a week. I've got little kids and work around them, and it's a challenge, but it's fun. I just love being home, so that if they're sick, I can be here for them. And I just see all the other mums who go off to their day jobs, and it's really tough when the kids are sick, and school holidays, both parents are never home at the same time because one of them always has to work. And I just feel so blessed that my husband and I are around so much to be, with our kids. So it's great.
And I think you've tapped into there to why we're all doing, or generally, like why we do what we do is for that lifestyle. And you also mentioned something that I want to go back to just quickly, was the listening to the audios while you're doing something else. And I think that's a bit of a differentiator between the people that maybe are really committed and break through to the ones that are struggling. Is you're a lifelong learner, and you just, whatever opportunity you've got to learn and improve and tweak what you do, sounds like, that's where it's at.
Yeah, I am. There's no question. I absolutely love to learn, and I spent many years at university learning stuff that was just completely useless in my business, even as work as a psychologist. There was lots of theoretical stuff, and I came out after, nearly 8 years full time, really feeling so ill-equipped to actually go out and work with people. And then we came across Beyond Success, and we started our journey with Paul and Mary Blackburn, and I learnt more in 2 days coach training with them than I learned in 7 years, including doing a master's in psychology, about working with people to help them to reach their full potential. So, I'm just so grateful that I've found this network of people, and, people on Facebook, and people who are just teaching such amazingly practical, useful, hands-on things. And I'm selective with who I work with, because I've been to things that weren't very valuable, and my time obviously valuable with my kids and everything, and now I'm selective who I work with and who I go and see. And I'm grateful for all those experiences, and that I have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, and you got to be selective, because it's your time. You can't get that back. So I think that's another thing too. When people really get down to the nitty gritty, that's important, is to really work with people who kind of deserve your time.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what have I interrupted you from today? Like, this is another thing I wanted to capture, this is the day in the life of. What were you doing to move your business forward just before we got in touch?
Well, I was actually having a planning meeting with my husband, who's also my business partner, out on our back veranda. Yep. And I'm co-presenting a workshop on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day with Paul Blackburn, which is called Personal Blueprint for Success. And it's a workshop, hands-on workshop, where people actually set their goals for the year. So I ran it with him last year, and it was a massive success. That was the first time we'd run it, and to be honest, we had no idea if anyone would come. Being New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, we thought, there's a chance that you're going to take it up. And you know what? We're going to Paul and Mary and Paul's director of coaching and a couple of other people were going to come down. We went, well, if no one else comes, we're going to do it anyway, just for us. And we ended up with 70 people there, so we were absolutely thrilled with that. And I've just been writing the sales copy to promote this year's one, and I've just been brainstorming some joint venture programs and setting up affiliate links and that kind of stuff with my techie IT head husband, who I'm very grateful can help me in those areas. I'm pretty good myself, but anything that we need to learn, he often goes and learns it, and then he shows me this, the shortcut. So so that's what I was doing. So brainstorming joint venture partners, because I'm just about to put together a 3-part video series on using the law of attraction to boost your business and your results in your personal life, and use that as a vehicle to launch the event.
Okay, so if people want to get in touch with you, where do we send them? You got a website, a Facebook link?
Yep.
Where can we send them?
Club.com.
Say that again, it just broke up.
That's all right, highperformanceclub.com.
highperformanceclub.com. Well, there you go, guys. You want to get in touch with Stephanie? That's where to go. Well, excellent. Thanks for your time. Really appreciate everything you just shared with us today, and you've given us a real snapshot into what it's actually like working like this.
Nice to talk to Pete.
You too. See ya.
See you, mate.
Right this moment, I'm sitting with Julie McDonald. Hey, Julie, how you going?
Hello, Peter. How are you?
I'm going good. Now, we've just overcome a little bit of some Skypey challenges, which is great. So we've jumped over onto your iPhone, and so it's just all part of the fun. So could you tell us the clients that you're working with at the moment?
The clients I work with at the moment are private clients as well as corporate clients. I help people overcome issues, either using psychotherapy, counselling, or just pure mindfulness-based techniques. Okay,
and so typically if someone comes to you, what are their problems they're trying to overcome? How are you specifically helping these people?
Yep, a lot of people come to me for personal issues. It could be performance anxiety, for example, professionally speaking. It could be things where they want to overcome a challenge in a relationship that they have with a partner. It could be something deeper where it's depression or just pure anxiety. So one-on-one therapy, as well as I speak on my topic of stress and anxiety management.
Okay, so typically what, like the kind of clients I'm working with are business-related clients. They've got a business and they want to come on the show and share their wares and talk about what they do. So what are the how would you say it? Demographic's not the right word, but like who specifically are you working with? Yeah, could you talk about it? So when they hear you explain it, they'll go, that's me. Yeah.
Okay, typically I suppose it would be a 40-year-old, 35-year-old stressed out executive.
Well, there you go. That's bang.
Yep.
If I was in an elevator, I know who exactly you work with.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what were you doing before I was just talking to you now? You were doing something. What are you doing moving your business forward somehow? What are you working on today?
Oh, well, what I'm working on today is moving it more and positioning myself as stress and anxiety management for executives, helping them, guiding them, mentoring them to overcome the issues that they've got anxiety for. So it could be anything from performance, it could be anything from promoting themselves to, where they want to go to. So it ultimately helping them overcome stress and anxiety.
Okay, and so today, do you do much video stuff, or how are you out there kind of marketing what you do to people? Is it through the speaking? How are you picking up leads, that kind of thing?
There's a lot of referrals. I suppose 60% is referrals. Some is the internet. They find me on the internet, and some, from magazines, for instance. So I suppose people who know me just refer me on. And speaking as well, doing keynotes, presentations and things.
Okay, so if you're out there getting referrals and you're saying 60% referral, you must have been doing this for a while, because you don't just start a business and have referrals.
That's right.
So how long have you been around the traps for that situation to occur?
Yeah, about 10 to 15 years doing this, building up, getting more qualifications, positioning myself to what the needs are, and, keep learning and keep helping.
Okay, excellent. All right, so if people want to get in touch with you, where do they find you? Have you got a website that they can go to?
They could go to the juliemacpractice.com.au, and email is julie@juliemac.com.au.
Oh, excellent. Well, that's nice and easy to remember.
It is.
So, guys, if Julie seems to be the one that you think can help you overcome the issues that you have there, jump over to her website and get in touch with her.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks for giving us a snapshot of your day today. It was awesome.
Thank you, Peter. It was great.
Just happened to catch Shirley now. And so could you tell us, Shirley, who do you work with? So tell us, like maybe your business name and all that sort of stuff. And then tell us who you're working with.
Excellent. Thank you, Peter. My name is Shirley-Anne, and I'm the happiness coach. So I actually work with entrepreneurial business women, taking them from limitation and lack in their business and in their life through to joy and happiness. And it's a fabulous set of tools and processes. They're really dynamic, and I actually shift energetic blocks. So I actually have a nickname, and it's called Shirley the Shit Shifter. I hope I can say that online.
Much worse has been said on my show, so that's all right.
Okay, cool. So, we really often get stuck in a lot of stuff and we don't know what the blocks are. And I very easily ask questions and bring to my clients awareness where they're functioning. So it's about empowering them to know what they know. And then there's a magic spell or a magic wand, a clearing statement that I use just to blast the energy to smithereens. And the shift that occurs is quite dynamic and really amazing. And I just love what I do. It's really, really cool.
Awesome. Now, how do you specifically, let's get down to some nitty gritty, hands-on, how are you helping your clients? What are you doing with them one-on-one or in groups or whatever to help them achieve those things?
Okay. I do one-on-one, and there's several things that I do. One is a light touch therapy to the head called the bars, and it's very relaxing for the body, and it actually deletes old programming out of your brain, Peter. So it's amazing technique. You'll have to come try it. Yeah. Then the other thing I do is what's called pocking and potting, and that's like the little magic spell where I just sit and ask questions, and I have this amazing ability. It's a psychic ability. I can say that out loud now. I won't get burned at the stake in this lifetime. Cool. Thank goodness. And I particularly have a gift for seeing past life blocks. So a lot of people don't realise that when they come into a new body, you actually bring all your old stuff from other lifetimes in as well. So, a couple of years ago, I'm walking around in Newcastle, going off to a Newcastle networking group and trying to articulate what I do, but coming from this place of being scared. And then it was like, oh, well, they can't burn me at the stake this lifetime, so I can just say it. Like, I can say, well, I do this weird, wild, wacky stuff, and it really works, and it's fun. You haven't got to do story. That's the other thing. So many people are overdoing their story. You tell your story, go to counselling or whatever it is. With this, I just hit the energy, and it's really dynamic, very powerful, and fun.
Wow. Okay, so how does it work? Is it like you're saying, the touch thing, or
Yeah.
What's
light
happening
touch
there?
therapy?
Yeah. Tell me about that.
So a lot of people probably would know reflexology, and with reflexology, the practitioner touches the feet and it works on areas of the organs in the body. So with the bars, I lightly touch points on your head, and it actually deletes programs around money, control, sadness, joy, power, creativity, and it just magically shifts the energy out of your body. So it takes the energy out of the cellular memory and then deletes the old programming out of your mind. So it's a bit like, deleting old programs off your computer, defragging your computer. So it actually creates this space and peace, all that mind chatter that goes on in your head. Well, it actually shifts a lot of that.
How does it do that? What's the? Because I don't know. To be honest, I haven't heard of that. So,
okay, cool.
How does it work? You touch something. Is it a physical? It's like a button. I just imagine going.
Yeah, it is.
Delete.
It's what it is say at your temples, that's the healing bar, okay? So as I lightly touch that, it lights up like a bar of light between the 2 points. And I say it's a bit like one of those blue zappers you see in takeaway food shops, and it just, the fly hits and it goes zap, zap, zap. So it's actually every thought, feeling and emotion has an electromagnetic charge attached to it. So this actually dissipates that electromagnetic charge. And you can't say what's going to be released, but I tell you, I have my bars run every week, and I'd have it run every day if I had someone to run them for me. So, yeah, it's very dynamic and just creates ease for people. And let's face it, we want ease. We want ease in our business. We want ease in our body, ease in our relationships. So, and I work on all sorts of issues, so it's fun.
Wow. You're definitely a different cat, that's for sure.
I'm a different cat. Yes. Yeah.
Now, so I interrupted you in your day. So, hey, you ready to go do this thing? You responded. Yes. So what were you doing just before we got in touch and did this call?
Well, it's interesting that you should ask. I have a new event happening at Mullaney called Abundance for Your Business, Energetic Techniques for Having More. And I've been having an issue with Facebook because it's confused and won't let me post my event. So I've been just reading some posts from other people that have been saying that they're having trouble with the same thing for the last few days. So maybe Facebook's confused, and I wish it had unconfused so I can post my class because it starts next Friday morning.
What is it? Say it now, because this is going up onto Facebook.
Fantastic. Well, it's Abundance for You and Your Business, Energetic Techniques for Having More. So it's all about, everything's energy. You're aware of that, Peter? Mm-hmm. Are you into quantum physics? So I have a dynamic toolbox full of tools and energetic techniques that will allow you to sort of shift and change. You can pull clients into your business. Like I had one lady that had an event and she rang me and she said, Shirley, I had this many people going and now I've only got 2. And I said, well, just do this, do this energetic technique. And she ended up with 6 people booking in the next 4 hours. So stuff like that, and just how to see your business from a different point of view, from a place of joy and contribution. And it's a bit wild wacky, but it works. And I moved up here from Newcastle, and I had a delightful group down there that I worked with for quite some time, and it's just fun. It's just different. I think people are after different, and I do different.
You're different.
You're different. I'm different, and I can say it now, and it's all okay.
So where about, when you say up there, where are you?
Well, I'm in Cotton Tree at the moment.
Where's that?
Yeah, I moved up from Newcastle in Maroochydore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's in New South Wales still?
No.
Where are you saying?
We're in Queensland.
Queensland. Okay, so I don't know.
You're in Sydney?
My geography. Yeah, I'm in Sydney.
Yeah. Well, I've just moved up here from Newcastle, and Maroochydore on the Sunshine Coast.
Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
It's beautiful. You have to come up, Peter. It is, oh my gosh, perfect one day, beautiful for next. Yeah.
So, where's your event? What's the dates and times and all that?
Thank you. My event is actually at Morty's Restaurant, which is 7 kilometres out of Mullaney, which is in the Sunshine Coast hinterland. Beautiful spot again. Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. And it starts on Friday the 2nd at 9 a.m. So it's a 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. And during that time, we'll be clearing energetic blocks that people may have about anything. Like if you look at your issues with money, it can affect your health, it can affect your relationships. And, I work a lot with money, but it goes into all areas of our life, really. It really does. Mm-hmm. So I have a money game that I play. That's Laurel Langmeyer's Millionaire Maker game. Are you familiar with that?
Not the game, but Laurie. Yeah. Yes. I got someone in the background working on maybe getting her to come on the show.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
And so I have her game, and I've just started this Monday night playing again, so there's still some spots available for that if there's anyone like to come on that. And the game is a brilliant vehicle, and it's not about playing the game. It's actually about what the game brings up for you, your lack areas, or it might be that, you're having relationship problems because you haven't got, there's all sorts of stuff that goes on there. And then I also have a game called the Wish Game, and I call that the Dream Game. And it's fabulous as well because you come with one wish, and often what the wish people come with written on a piece of paper isn't actually what they want. So I ask questions and clear the energy to get them really clear on how they would like their life to be, what they would like to have in their life, and energetic techniques for actually allowing them to receive more, because half the time that's what it is. We're only willing to receive so much, and we have a stop point. We often have a wealth abundance money stop point. So I can look at where that stop point came from and start clearing it. So I had a client who, and here's some really weird stuff for you, Peter. I'll give you this. I had a client, and she's a she in this lifetime, and she was actually one of Genghis Khan's past right-hand men in a previous life. And she wasn't allowing money into this life, and she was creating debt as a way to punish herself because she couldn't forgive herself for the atrocities that she'd perpetrated on other people in that other lifetime. So they're the sort of things I deal with that it's just a point of view. Some people don't even believe in past lives, and that's really, really cool. And it's just me working with the energy all the time, and stuff just comes up. And I just clear it, and it's cool. I'm a great shit shifter. What can I say?
Okay, so
it was so funny.
If people want to get theirs shifted, where do they go? What's your website?
Okay, it's the Happiness Coach, and happy with a Y, because it's like happy. Happiness Coach, HAPPYNESS.
Yeah.
.com.au, and I'm in Maroochydore. I Skype call all over the world. I'm a happiness, a laughter yoga instructor as well.
Yeah.
So I had an email just before I got on to you from an access consciousness facilitator in British Columbia who's invited me to be a guest on her show to do some laughter yoga, and she's the wealth clown, so she's just bringing on laughter. So, there's all sorts of wonderful magic showing up in my life, and I'm very grateful. I love living on the Sunshine Coast, and I'm very blessed, very blessed.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming and participating in this thing that I've kind of just whipped up and threw together, and
you're welcome.
You've been a massively cool, interesting, different contribution to the whole deal. So I'm glad I'm glad you said yes.
Oh, thank you, Peter. It's been absolutely delightful to talk with you, and what fun and joy and happiness. Like, it's all about having more of that in our lives and moving I unearth people. We are so covered in everyone else's points of view, and so I unearth people. That's what I do. Shift the shit and unearth you, so more of you can show up, though. Yeah. So you can have more fun.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's about fun.
Excellent. Well, Shirley, thanks so much, and I'll see you around the traps on Facebook.
Awesome. Look forward to it, Peter.
Okay.
Thank you. It's been delightful. Bye. Bye.
Managed to catch Matt Jolley, and so how are you, Matt?
Good, thanks, Pete. How are you?
Going good, man. Now, where everyone's out there on Facebook doing their thing, you kind of see people commenting and seeing their names, and no one really is sort of sure what everyone else is really doing. So that's why I thought I'd bring a bunch of people on that we all kind of know each other, sort of, and that way connect and actually get a real scope on what we're doing. So can you tell us a bit about who you work with, the types of clients you work with, and kind of how you help them, and then we'll get into some of the stuff we were just chatting about just before.
Yep, for sure. Well, my health club is based within a health service. It's one of a franchise. So our average member is probably 45 plus, probably female, because it is a health service and they tend to be female dominated. They tend to obviously have the weight issues that they want to worry about, but they also have some posture issues that develops over time because of the type of work they do, hunching over patients and desks and things like that. So a lot of our work is, posture rehab, and that actually gets them standing upright, feeling a bit better, and all of a sudden things start to flow all through the body. So that's sort of basically what most of my day is involved in.
Yeah, and that's with the EFM health clubs?
Yeah, EFM health clubs. Executive Fitness Management is the brand. There's about 65 clubs around Australia. I'm the only one in Geelong.
Oh, there you go. So now, can you tell us some of the stuff about the adventure type things you were talking about?
Yeah, for sure. A couple of years ago, I did my first Kakris trek and thought, that's great. This is exactly what I want to be doing with life. So that gave me the oomph to go and buy the club. And the first thing I did is say to people, who wants to go on an adventure? And 10 people put up their hands. So I took them last year back to Kakris. And then I thought, no, I have to do more of this and be able to find a way to combine what I do at the club with having people have a goal, because you get a lot of people that want to lose body fat, they want to get fit, but what for? There's no real purpose to it. So I thought, well, let's get them extending themselves, pushing on with that, and going off and doing stuff. So we're now doing things like high ropes course days. I've got a Bali fitness adventure coming up next month where we'll go whitewater rafting. we'll go climb a volcano or do some fitness work, but still have a holiday because it's Bali. But just getting out there and doing stuff instead of sitting there talking about it, we're going bang, let's go. So yeah, trying to make it as much fun as we possibly can.
That sounds mad. Like it's kind of like, because for me, doing anything exercise, fitness, as soon as you call it exercise or fitness, you've lost my attention. But actually going out on an adventure, like, what's the difference that it makes in doing the exercise and getting the fitness?
I think the important thing, and what I keep coming back to the club, is exercise should be about moving the body well. If you just come to the gym to burn fat, you're going about it the hard way. But if exercise is fun, then people want to do more of it. And if you can find a way to get people outside and do stuff, whether it be do a high ropes course or get them to go walk up a nearby mountain or something like that, it actually feels like you're doing something. And it's a sense of achievement. When they get to the top, they go, you know what, I did all the work to get here. It's not so much getting to the top, it's all the work they do to get there, like anything else in life, really. But yeah, it's the preparation and the actual doing that gives them a sense that they can go on and then do something else, anything else that they want to do.
Yeah. So in terms of how you actually help the clients that come in, say maybe not so much the adventure ones now we're speaking of, because you kind of just said that, but how are you, specifically, what are you doing when you get your hands dirty and you're working with a client? Like, what are you in there doing?
Yeah, well, we have a model we call personalised fitness coaching. So I guess it's a little bit of a cross between one-on-one personal training and a big group fitness session. So I put a program up on the board every day, and I coach the members through it. So I make sure that they know exactly how to do the exercise. At EFM, we don't have mirrors on the walls because that just makes the gym look big, and you get the people just focusing on what they look like rather than what they're doing. So try and get people to feel it, understand the movement, know why they're doing it, know the intensity they should be working at. So we actually sort of literally coach them through every session, even the members that have been here for 400 or 500 visits, make sure they've got great technique and they're working safely and fixing up any sort of posture issues or injuries as best we possibly can in here, in conjunction with what their allied health people, the physios, sort of suggest they should be doing.
Okay. And so now you're in the middle of your workday, right? This is completely just whenever I could catch someone. Hey, you there? You ready? So you've replied. What were you doing just before this? You know, specifically for your business, I guess, as well, or just whatever you happen to be doing.
Yep. One of the things I'm doing at the moment is I have a joint venture going with a lady called Jasmine Newman from Merimbula, and we're basically going to be putting together what we call urban adventures. So it's a new venture called United Fitness Adventures, and what that is similar to what I was talking about before, my weekend retreat type thing, where we come and do a whole range of different fitness-based activities and mindset coaching and some success strategies, that sort of thing. We're going to do one in Merimbula and one in Anglesey, down my neck of the woods, in March, and then go out and try and offer that to other personal trainers and gyms as a way for them to give their members and clients more value, rather than just go, okay, let's get you fit, let's go do a fun run, let's just drop 5 kilos, let's go do something really, really different, really awesome, have fun, and make those people the go-to trainer in their area. And if we can do that, that's going to do a lot to boost that trainer's profile and different skills that they're going to have as well. So it's really based on adding value not only to the participants, to the trainers that come on board with that, and just say, hey, here's something completely different you can do, which will make you a better trainer and your clients much more loyal, and get word of mouth out there, and the whole range on Facebook is sort of going to go pretty well.
Okay. And now, in regards to, like, say, Facebook and what you were just saying there, and word of mouth, what are you guys doing to get your message out there? Like, are you out there speaking, or are you doing sort of like lead generation online, or what's just in business terms your marketing strategy there? What are you doing?
A couple of different things we've done. We've just built a website, which is still the stock standard. You need that, but we've got a Facebook page set up, and we've also been doing a lot of work on our own pages to lead that to it. Working with a web designer. We're not trying to do it all on our own, because we understand we don't have all the skills all the time, and that's going well. And we're part of a Facebook forum that has about 1,500 personal trainers worldwide, and that was our target market. And we did a Google Hangout last night with the forum moderator, and basically explained what the whole venture was about. It was more about how to do a joint venture without shooting each other and ripping each other off, more about how do you go about giving value. But that's going to go out in the forum later on. So a lot more now is Facebook stuff, being involved with other local events and trying to offer value, rather than go, okay, we've just got to concentrate on sales dollars, saying to for instance, sponsoring a local fun run in Merimbula, just going, we're prepared to give a bit of our time and energy and a bit of our money in order to help you guys run a good event, and we'll get a flow-on effect from that, rather than just be immediate. This is all about my marketing and my brand immediately.
Yeah, so sponsorships, it's kind of, you can add to the whole industry and as well capture some of the people that are coming to those events.
One of the things that we're very aware of is that in the fitness industry, people tend to be in there for a while and then they get a bit tired of it, and then they want to go out and teach other people how to turn their business into a six-figure income. Yeah. And there's an awful lot of business coaches out there that we know one, and they're quite successful. But if you're only thinking about making money in this industry, then you're in the wrong caper. You've got to keep thinking about value that you can provide to other people, and that really does generate the revenue down the track that you're after, and money's no longer an issue. Yeah. You just keep focusing on giving people great value.
So you're talking like getting them the results, the physical results that they're after, and working with them. The money's kind of secondary, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of gyms, their model has been get people in, give them the rah-rah at the start, get their money, and then kind of forget about them and not really service them, and then 12 months later start sort of kissing them again and saying, hey, how about you renew for your membership? But they don't focus as much on the results in the middle and getting people happy, getting the nutrition right, their movement right, and people, if you get the results with them and you're actively involved, they're going to be loyal and they're going to come back and they're going to refer to you, and you have to do a lot less marketing, spending less money, because people want to be involved with you because they know what you're doing.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's tops. So if people want to check out your gym and maybe get on one of those adventure trips, what's the website?
All right, the adventure stuff, there's a couple. There's unitedfitnessadventures.com.au, where they can go and they can check out the activities they've got. My own business with the Bang Fitness is bangfitness.com.au. So they can
Say that again.
Bangfitness.com.au.
So bang, B-A-N-G.
B-A-N-G, right, just like me, so that they can have a look at the Kokoda Trek, and we've got 2 going off next year, so looking forward to both of those, unbelievably. Yeah. But if they want to, they can have a look at any one of the 65 EFM clubs by checking out efm.net.au and seeing how we all go, and wandering in and having a bit of fun.
Excellent, man. Well, thanks for taking the time out today to kind of participate in this little thing that I put together.
My pleasure, mate. I hope it went well. Off the cuff was good fun.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. You're number 6, so we've done 5 so far. So I think right now we've got something good together that we can sort of put out there, man. So it's been good fun.
Excellent. Thanks, Peter. Appreciate being part of the show.
Excellent. Thanks, man. Take it easy.
Bye.